In the meantime, former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has labelled Nigeria's escalating insecurity unbearable. He highlighted recent mass abductions and deadly terrorist attacks across Borno, Nasarawa, and several other states. The former governor noted that thousands are now internally displaced. He urged the government to prioritise citizen safety and properly honour fallen and brave soldiers. Well, to clarify and shed more light on this, we are being joined by Emmanuel Idakwo, not Central Spokesperson, Obidient Movement. Thank you for joining us, Emmanuel.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so, well, I mean, Mr. Peter Obi spoken there saying insecurity across the land is unbearable and it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I think it's the reality that we all face as Nigerians. It's quite pitiable, dismal, because I believe the first responsibility of every government is the protection of life and property. And you can see how careless this government has been, in handling issues of security. You can see the killings in different parts from Borno to other parts of the country. The kidnapping is very high, and the government is doing relatively nothing good, in trying to curb these things from spreading to other parts of the country.
So I like that you use the word relatively. And so what would you suggest as a relative alternative to what the government is doing now? Because the government will tell you that they are doing their best.
This government has had virtually 3 years. And the issue of state policing has been, on the front decks. And that has not been implemented whatsoever. Nothing reasonable has been done towards that. And a serious government who really prioritizes security would do everything necessary on time. And we also hear a couple of issues that, came up regarding allegations of kidnappers being paid ransom even by government officials, and the government has not taken time to critically, give attention to these things. And it's a serious concern, for every Nigerian. I think every Nigerian should be worried because we don't know who is next. On the list of these attacks by bandits and terrorists. Everyone is not safe. Nowhere in the country is safe. So I think it's about time that the government, is called, to order and make the security of the life of every Nigerian priority. In fact, you can see how, the morale of our military personnel, I don't think it's at the best that it should be, because the government, the president, who is the commander-in-chief, does not even acknowledge, the fallen heroes of Nigerians. Would hear over the news, in a couple of military personnel, senior military personnel, being killed in the course of carrying out their duties, and no word from the commander-in-chief. It's a sad situation, sad reality that we face in the country today. But we believe that we have to do better as Nigerians. And Peter Obi has made it, a thing, to ensure that as opposition, he calls the attention of government to the critical things that government should carry out. And that is why he spoke out. And we are all, we are all charged as Nigerians to also do same by calling the attention of the government to this critical issue, which is security.
Okay, so the question I asked you earlier, which was like, what's the alternative you would have suggested?
Like I said, I talked about community policing.
State policing.
Yes.
State policing. But state policing didn't just, that conversation around state policing did not start now.
Okay.
So how would you want it to be implemented? Because some people are also concerned that state police will not work in Nigeria. It will be hijacked. It will not, the structure, we don't have this Nigeria. They say that Nigeria is not structured for state policing. What do you think?
I think there are so many things that I believe, this government has to put a check on. For instance, you hear statements that will come from senior security, the security advisor making statements like terrorists are also our brothers and things like that. I believe some rhetorics, continue to fuel these issues that we have. When the body language of the government shows is accommodating to terrorists, to bandits, to kidnappers, all of these things will continue to surge. When we hear issues that kidnappers collect ransom, and critically the government does not address the issue, that properly for people to know that it is totally absurd and unacceptable, for the government to pay kidnappers ransom, because that will embolden, the terrorists. That will embolden kidnappers. Others will see it, as an industry that they could also, go into and then begin to make money out of it. So the body language of this government has created an enabling environment for terrorists to thrive. So the first thing we have to do is to change, the rhetoric on ground and ensure that we are not, giving terrorists a soft footing, that we ensure that people who are being involved in terrorism, in banditry, face the law critically without stories or excuses.
All right, thank you very much. Emmanuel Idakwo is a spokesperson, Obidient Movement, not Central. Thank you for coming this evening.
Thank you.